It's sort of all happened quite quickly, really. I suppose going into last year, taking over the 2020 was a little bit daunting, but it was a challenge that I looked forward to and really enjoyed. And looking back, there was a lot of good things that happened. There was a lot of lessons I learned as well. But so then to take on the full captaincy at a time when I suppose there's a lot of changes at Sussex as well, but it also makes it exciting that you're sort of starting from afresh.
And it was really successful T20 campaign, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Starting out from where we've been before, it was always a target of mine to make sure you get into those quarter-final stages, and then to end up getting a home quarter-final, which is obviously massive for the club financially and for the players to play in front of the crowd, was always an aim we wanted to get to. And then you hope once you get to that stage, a bit of luck on the night, etc., you suddenly into finals day. But it wasn't to be. But I think building for the future and forward, that gave the boys a lot of confidence to show that we did have enough in the change room to really compete.
And such a good year for you personally in four-day cricket. Was that your best year in championship cricket?
Yeah, last few years I've been pretty consistent, but yeah, I think I suppose having a young family, benefit year, there's a lot of things that I knew this year could derail me. So it was a big sort of goal of mine to really sort of perform on the pitch, to put the whole thing of benefit, having a bad year, to bed. And I suppose in a season where you were struggling, I suppose it was on a personal note very pleasing, but also sort of frustrating because you felt like you were batting well, but it wasn't really amounting to wins, and that's the hardest thing. But on a personal note, it was a good season.
Yeah, and obviously shame about relegation, but looking at the side, the squad we've got together for next season, no reason why we can't bounce straight back.
No, massive. I mean, it's got to be the aim, isn't it? I think one thing when we've spoken to the boys, it's not going to be easy. I've spoken to a lot of Surrey lads, etc., who've been in that division, and it is tough. But we've certainly got enough in the change room. If we get our attitudes right, get the training right, which we're doing now, and you get people in form at the right times, then I think we've got a great chance of hopefully coming back up.
And looking at the squad, coming together nicely, a few young players obviously signed on next season, and Danny Briggs, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I've known Briggsy, really pleased. I've known him, played for England with him. He's a great lad, and he's a top performer. He's one of the guys when you play against, when he was playing for Hampshire, especially the white ball, was a real annoyance, and he never seems to go for too many runs. He always bowls the tough ends, a bit like what Yards was doing in his pomp of his career as well. So I think we've got a real good player in Danny, and he's only 24. People think he's a lot older than that, so we've got someone we can develop with the red ball, which he wants to do. And any time you get someone that keen to come to you to improve, it's a great signing. And along with him and the young lads, I think there's a lot of exciting signings and things to work with.
Yeah, it's probably one of the youngest sides that Sussex have had together for many years, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and I think that's nice as well. I think one thing, it makes it very clear when you go down that what you need to do. It gives you sometimes a chance to not have to worry about plugging gaps. I think at times you're trying to stop the leak, trying to stay into that first division, but when you come down, it makes things quite clear. Sadly, we've had quite a lot of lads go, and not too many coming back in, which is also a positive because it means everyone who is in the squad have got a great chance of playing. So I think that breeds a lot of people in terms of that drive, knowing they've got a chance to play, and that's something I've got to manage as captain and hopefully get the best out of people.
Back to you personally, benefit year, how have you enjoyed that?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a tough one as well because it's not easy to do, but you find out who your friends are as well, who you can rely on. I think for me, I put a lot of things off. It's my sort of personality. I tend to, especially with emails, etc., where it's made me really have to sort of focus and get things done, which has actually been a great lesson for me. And I think more than anything, it's made me realise again how special this club is. I've had so many people help me out. Even people without having to go to them to ask first came to me to really help me out, and the whole way through, I can't thank enough people how special it's been this year. It's been good fun as well, but I have to say after tomorrow I'm ready to finish.
And winter plans, you've been back in China for a few weeks now and after Australia shortly.
Yeah, the boys, we all reported back on the 2nd of November, mainly just fitness, to be honest. It's going to be a big push of ours to get fitter and in better strength and a better nick really, but and then for me I go away on the 30th of December, so it's been trying to mix both fitness and hitting, so I've been trying to do that along with sort of finding out what's going on with the club with the changes, etc. But I'm just looking forward to now getting away. Everything looks in place to really sort of springboard us for next year.
And you'll be back early next year and into pre-season training again, of course?
Yeah, I think we always join up somewhere in March. I'll probably be away till sort of mid-Feb. It's always nice, it gives me a chance to really sort of refresh, get away with the family, spend some good family time, because we don't see too much from in the season, and come back. I think we've given everyone clear plans of what we expect from them in the winter, and the boys have been really open to that. I think that's going back to relegation. The one thing everyone sort of knows, there's a lot of improvements to be had, and they're very open at the minute, which is nice.